Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are still on board. It is nice to have an opportunity to visit. Co-creating at its best. So you are knowing what you are wanting. You are appreciating the variety that surrounds you that helps you to focus. You are feeling appreciative of the opportunity to focus. It's fun to feel the energy that creates worlds flowing through your focus. Do you know that whatever you give your attention to actualizes around you? And there is power in that, isn't there? Do you know that as you think a thought, it is vibrating, and law of attraction is responding to it even at its subtlemost vibration? And if you are sensitive to that vibration, then in the earliest stages, you are recognizing, or you have the ability to recognize what is queuing up for you. You can know what's coming by what is vibrationally already here. You are following? If you are not sensitive to vibration, then more attention in the similar direction causes more attraction until it becomes stronger and stronger. The question that we want to put to you, and it's one that we want your life experience to answer for you, even while we are on board this week, is at what point in my vibrational attraction am I going to become consciously aware of what I'm attracting? Because sometimes people say, oh, this happened to me and it just came out of the blue. And we say, maybe out of the oblivious, but never out of the blue, never out of the unknown, out of the unaware. It came to me out of my unawareness. And we say, we'll buy that. It came to me out of my unawareness. So the whole point of being a deliberate creator is being someone who is deliberately aware, not just of what you're saying, not just of what you're observing, but deliberately aware of we're speaking from your personal, physical, human standpoint, consciously, deliberately aware of my point of attraction, of what we are calling your grid, deliberately aware of my grid, deliberately aware of what I have vibrationally established. Now, this is not a difficult thing to become aware of, because once you've established a vibrational pattern, law of attraction brings things to it that match it. At first, the things that come are thoughts, feelings and thoughts, feelings and thoughts. But before you know it, it's rendezvous with people in elevators, it's rendezvous with people in traffic, it's rendezvousing of all kinds of things. Everything that rendezvous with you is a vibrational match to what's going on vibrationally in your grid. So if you've been listening to us for a while, and some of you have, some of you have been listening longer than you want to admit. If you've been listening to us for a while, you've been hearing us say, in the very early days when Esther first was warming up to allowing us to speak through her, if you want something and you believe it, then your vibrations are the same. If the vibration of your desire and the vibration of your belief are matching, then almost as soon as you want it, it becomes a manifested reality. Then later we began explaining to you that you get what you think about whether you want it or not. So it's not just a matter of whether you want it and believe it. It's anything that you are focused upon with any kind of attention, because all a belief is a thought you keep thinking. Isn't that right? A belief is just a practiced thought, and a practiced thought or a belief is just a practiced vibration. And you can't even help it, because when you focus upon something and you strike a vibrational affinity with it, if you go as long as 17 seconds with that vibration reverberating within you, another vibration like it will join it. And when the two join, it's a stronger vibration still, more attraction power. You go another 17 seconds and another vibration like it will join it. Once you cross the 68-second point, you've got a point of attraction established. And a lot of people, they were carrying timers around for a while. Don't do that. It didn't work out that well. But they wanted to be aware that they were holding a vibrational thought for 68 seconds. And it's interesting and a little tricky because often when you are thinking a thought, every thought is really two subjects, what is wanted and the absence of what is wanted. So sometimes you think you're thinking about something that you want, but the vibrational pose that you're striking is actually in its absence. In other words, I want more money, but what you're feeling is annoyance or fear or discomfort about not enough money. So every time you think about money, instead of having the vibration about the abundance of money, instead often what you are doing is observing where you stand, observing something that is different from what you want, but since it's still the same subject, which is abundance or money, you think you're spending your 68 seconds thinking about what you want, when what's actually happening is you're spending your 68 seconds observing what is, or being worried about what is, or really wanting it to be different than it is. But where's your vibration? That's what we want you to be aware of. So we would like you all to relax a little bit and not worry so much about what you're thinking. Don't monitor your thoughts, and don't really even worry too much about monitoring your feelings, although this entire gathering we're going to be encouraging you to pay more attention to the way you feel. But it's all right if you let manifestations show you what you've got going on. The manifestation is all part of it. Jerry said to Esther on a really regular basis, maybe every single day, because there were always a lot of moving parts in their life, we're just molding it into place. We're just molding it into place. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to think about molding it into place. So what if something that you want isn't coming right now, this red hot minute? All that happens under those conditions is that you launch more rockets of desire, because whenever you know what you don't want, you know more clearly what you do want. Isn't that right? And when you know more clearly what you do want, even if you're not articulating it cleverly or well, as you know what you're wanting, you are launching these rockets of desire, and the rockets are being held by the larger part of you. Now, it's important, and most of you know this, but we want to remind you that you are much more than you see here in these physical bodies, that there is a part of you that existed before you came into these bodies, and that part still exists even while you are in these bodies, and that part is evolving and expanding because of what you're doing in these bodies. It's really a wonderful thing. Who you are is non-physical energy, and who you are is this physical extension. And when we talk about the art of allowing, what we're really talking about is finding from your human perspective conscious awareness of what you're doing vibrationally, so that you can hold yourself more steadily, more often, more purposefully in vibrational alignment with that larger part of you. Because when you figure out how to do that, and you'll figure it out, and you'll forget it, and you'll figure it out, and you'll forget it, and sometimes you'll do it better than others, depending upon what the subject is. This alignment is not like a college degree where once you get your diploma, it's yours forevermore, and you just show it. This is who I am. These letters behind my name apply to me at all times. This alignment is something that you're doing in the moment or not. You're either allowing the fullness of who you are to flow, or you've got something that you're focused upon in this moment that's taken you away from who you are.